Welcome, spiritual travellers. I'm Steve Bradshaw, aka the Brad Monk, and when I'm channeling, I connect to my soul of the past, who was a monk who travelled around sharing his spiritual journey, and so he helps me to find and connect to what I call the soul's inner voice, which is basically the universe that gives us wisdom, insights, connections, and frees me up to be able to help people on their journey. My mission is to connect and get every single one of you to experience this amazing world, what I call the world of enlightenment. One of the major questions I get: how did I start being a psychic medium? Well, today I'm going to show you how you can become a psychic medium. And maybe after 30 plus years of experience, the one thing that I realized was that we are all mediums. We all have the ability to listen to spirit. Now, some people are going to say, no, I'm just a clairvoyant. And some people are going to say, no, I can't hear. But, you know, when you understand that spirit world, you're just a middle person. You're passing information on, or you're receiving information for your spiritual journey, or helping you out. Intuition and gut feelings is spirit world communicating with you. Now, we've all had that, I just got a feeling to phone somebody. And then you phone that person and say, I've just been thinking about you. Well, when you understand that it's basically all energy, and that's how you can connect to everybody, everything, the universe, it's just a matter of preparing the vessel. It's just a matter of understanding it. And I think we all have inbuilt in us a little book that knows how to do it, or has done it maybe in a past life. And so it's not a case of becoming a medium. It's a case of understanding how to do it again. So this is the thoughts and ideas that always comes with me, because the hardest part is when you're understanding in the energy. If you put something to something, you stop the flow of the energy, and then the message is stopped. If you think about something, if you let your brain in, it stops the flow of the message. These are little things that you learn on your journey. And I was lucky enough that when I first started, and my mum used to take me to development circles and one thing and another, and I used to have a little meditation, and I used to give what I got, and everybody was just like, used to go, oh my God. And I was like, Mum, I need a teacher. I need somebody to teach me, you know, so I can become the best psychic in the world, and all this, like, you know, as you do at 16, you get all excited and everything. And this medium just looked at me and said, it's all within. Now this, to a 16-year-old, is like, yeah, right, it's all within. The answers are all within, are they? Well, they were in the end, and I thank Betty for that information. Because when you start to learn to look within for answers, when you start to learn to connect and channel and find ways to tools, you know, using tools to connect and understand and get messages and stuff, it's a magical world. I don't know how I used to do the stuff. I was quite naturally gifted, I thought at the time. It just came automatic to me. So I used to just sit there, connect, and I would just sit there, even when I was just sitting with people. And I think I've sort of gone back to that, because when I'm having coffees with people and when I'm talking to people, they talk through me as well. So I naturally do it. We all naturally do it. You know, sometimes you'll meet somebody and they'll just say something that just triggers you and makes you think about something, or sends you off on a course. That's spirit world. That's communicating through the other person. So we're always, and that's why I always say to people, get a little diary or a book to make notes of all those thoughts that just come out of nowhere. Remember, when spirit world, the message comes to you, you're not going to the message. That's the one biggest thing I've got to say. And letting go is the hardest part, because everybody tries to control mediumship. You can't control it. You know, if spirit world don't want to talk to you, they don't want to talk to you. If you're not in a position to receive the message, it doesn't matter how much they actually got a bit annoyed with me at one time because they were like, you're not listening to us, Steve. And I was like, well, yes, because I only worked when I was asked, because it got me into a lot of trouble otherwise. Because I wanted to help the world, I wanted to help everybody, I wanted to give everybody a message. But sometimes the person's not ready to receive the message. So you have to wait for that right time. So I went through a point where I said, like, I love the channeling, I love the healing, I love the messages, but at this moment, I just want to focus on getting connected and really understanding it and one thing and another. So what did they do when they really need to get through to me? They played me 80s music because they know I love 80s music. And so the messages was in there. So, there's also opening up. You might get a feeling that, when spirits are around you, they will do something to let you know that they want to communicate. So like I say, it's learning to really understand that there's signs and opportunities all the time to speak to spirit. I mean, what was frustrating, because you listen to other people about it and they were, oh yes, I don't have to meditate to do it. And it's a load of rubbish. You'll find that if you listen to other people in the way that they always tell you how to do it, often the case, they don't know themselves. This medium's brilliant, you must go to this medium. Couldn't give me a reading. Why? Because it's about yourself and what you need to learn at that time. What was brilliant 20 years ago is different now, because we're always evolving. And I think that's part of it. It's learning to surrender. It's learning to meditate. It's learning to prepare the vessel. It's learning to build your energy up so that spirit can talk a lot clearer. It's also learning to do different ways, like using angel cards and psychometry and all these different ways to get the energy. Once you've got the energy of a person, it's easier to link to find out if the spirit world belongs to them, and B, it's like the DNA of a person. It gives you the energy to tap into information about them and everything like that. So I don't just see mediumship as just the hearing, because they can paint 1,000 words in one picture. They can make me feel like an empath. They can make me feel how low that person is. And often the case, you look at the person thinking, well, they look all right. They look quite happy and everything. But deep down, they're not. It's all these little messages that makes mediumship even better, I feel. So learning to use all your senses. And now there's like a seventh sense when you actually join all your senses together and you're able to get messages. So for me, mediumship has helped me on my journey, helped me when I was in difficult situations. When I wanted the information, you got no chance. Never got it. Why? Because I wasn't in the position to be able to receive the message, or there might have been experience needed, whereas I need to go through something to understand, and then I can understand. But they are all around, all the time. Even though I clear my house out quite regularly at night time, because they are banned from my bedroom after a certain time. Last thing I want to do is waking up in the morning, which I have done before. And if I'm in an energy line or something, and then you can, that's when the energy is so good that you can actually see them fully formed. And one thing or another used to scare the life out of me. Especially at my girlfriend's place. I'm lying there, all of a sudden I wake up and I've got an ex-boyfriend standing there looking at me going out. I'm thinking, oh, great. Just what I needed. It was funny, but anyway. So, really, understand energy. Understand the chakras. Understand that you have the information within you and you can access that. You don't need a teacher. Teachers just guide you on the journey. Give you that, inspire you, give you that bit of information to do it. And that's what happened. I went so many years of just naturally doing it. So I would just sit there and I could just reel it off to people. And then some of it they had to go away and find out about, because some of it was like future stuff, which, a lot of the churches don't allow nowadays. But I saw it as guidance. I was more into the spiritual guidance because, I could trace back and find where the programming was, why you created that relationship, why that relationship broke up and everything, because it came from a programming. So then I know why you attracted that person. So psychic readings for me really should be about just guiding you to a better way of life. But then you're having people always wanting you to prove and always wanting you to give them information. That's more of the aura. Now that's another point. In the aura is trapped problems and thoughts and ideas. And it's not really a reading. But people think it's amazing that you picked up on something that they've been thinking about or one thing or another. But that's not going to help you with your journey, because it's stuck there for a reason, because you've got a programming, or you've got a worry on, or a fear, or a doubt. So really, it's the healing is needed. And I know that through the mediumship, you are automatically healing them as well. But you're also, what I found as an empath, I was taking a lot of people's rubbish off them and not getting rid of it myself, and then recreated it in some ways. The amount of people's different illnesses that I took, and it became my life for a little while until I realised what I was doing. So yeah, mediumship is amazing, for I find it for channeling. I get the most excitement when I get a thought of an idea about my life or about the way the universe works, and then I see all the connections and how it comes together and what the message was all about, and that is truly, and then I feel euphoric, I feel like so connected, so at one, and it's so easy to do readings of one thing or another. I had to pass information on and to understand people's journeys. But a lot of people, they don't really want to know the answer. They just want to feel comfort in the fact that they have received a message from loved ones, which is very important as well, because my nan died in my arms, and I know what it's like when you lose somebody who actually took their last breath, and you think you'll never see him again. My nan now, she helps me with my development classes and joins in, and the magic energy, and most people can pick her up because she's got a superb energy, and she was very much like that in real life, even though she was scared of dying. She was so scared of dying, and she died line dancing. So it's just unbelievable, really, what she was like. And I do miss her loads, and I think that's the key. But when you learn to release that guilt, and you learn to release all that energy that's attached to her, and emotions and everything, I can feel it in my heart more. And also I have my symbol now. I've created my symbol, which you should go and have a look at on my mediumship course. I've put all sorts of things on there to help you. But when you get a symbol, you get these taps, you get these sort of situations, you see out the corner of your eye people, you know, and you're thinking, oh, who's that? But now, whoever ones have passed on, or my family members, they come through and they show me a symbol. I close my eyes and I see a symbol or a feeling on the body, and I know that's them. And it's a lovely feeling when you have your loved ones come and visit you, and one thing and another. And you can call upon them when you need protection and help and stuff. So, like I say, mediumship, how do you start it? You already started it. The more you prepare your vessel, the more you get into nature, the more you build your energy up, which is another one of my videos. You know, I've even got advanced mediumship. I've even got to test yourself, how many senses you're working with. You know, whether, you know, I've even got like 7 days of listening to improve your hearing for spirit. So there's all sorts on my videos, and I think you just need to go and experience it. And I think that's the key. And you learn as you experience. And you can follow your heart and know what's true and what's not. You know, what is, because there's a lot of people out there who read a book and they think they know it. Or you can't, you might have the ability to connect, but through experience is when you understand it. And I mean, and then after so many years, people were asking me so many questions that in the end, I just said, right, Spirit, channel it. Channel me. And they produced a pack which worked out really well. And the way they designed the pack was to make it automatic for yourself. Then I've done an 18-week course, which I'm trying to put on YouTube at the moment. And that makes you into an advanced mediumship, because you go into not just being a medium, but it changes your life. A lot of people who came on the course, it changed their life. Why? Because they learned to connect on a soul-to-soul level. They learned to connect their energies with nature. And then it makes it so much easier to get messages and to share messages and be a medium. So how are you going to become a medium? Just be one. Get a book out, start making notes of all sorts of information that comes to you, that comes out of nowhere. And then you will start to see the proof in it, the confirmation that what you got was real, you know. And the amount of times I've been giving information about people and I'm thinking, oh, that relationship's not working out too well for them. There's a lot of pain in that person. But lo and behold, 2 months later, they split up, you know. I think, oh, God, I hope I didn't sort of like project that energy. But, you know, you do get all sorts of things. And so it's marvellous, but it's also, you've got to understand that you're just here as a middle person to share in an experience with somebody and to help them on the journey, and which also helps you because it becomes a duality thing. When you're giving information out from the spirit world, there's also information for you, and that's how you can learn also. So there's so many things to learn. You know, you've got to go and do mediumship. That's the secret to it all. You know, it's all right going to these development circles and you do 20 minutes meditation, which you should be doing every day anyway. And then you do probably 5 or 10 minutes mediumship. And you wonder why you can't do mediumship. You know, that's why in my pack, you've got a 25 minutes audio where each day you actually link to spirit and get a message or gain insight. And that's why a lot of people who've done that have ended up being able to do it quite quickly. It's only a 2-hour audio. And a lot of it talks about, one side of it is about dream interpretation also. So I'll give you the foundations of the information as well. So, but it's up to you to go and do it, experience it. And that's where people go wrong. A lot of people talk the talk, and not many people walk the walk. They don't really want to be mediums. Because if it was in your heart, or you're doing it because the love of mediumship, you would do a lot of it. But, hey-ho. People will learn at the rate they learn. People understand. So, mediumship is amazing. I love it. I don't do readings because I've moved on from readings. I've toured. I used to do a lot of readings. And the whole faff of waiting for people to come and not always turning up. And I prefer to now help other people to ignite themselves to do it. And I passed my sort of like energy on to another person. So she does the readings, which I find is brilliant then. And this is it. Once you learn about energy work, you can learn so much more with the healing side and everything, and helping you on your journey and understanding where you came from and what you're doing and everything. So it is a marvellous world. So yes,